A year ago, it was Lynn Peterson of the Staples Cardinals and Mark Torgerson of the Morris Tigers who did battle in a classic championship matchup. Led by Kevin Loge, Morris enjoyed a 23-point second-half lead. But Blaine Joerger rallied Staples to within 3, and it came down to one last stand. They've got to do something. Oh, that's it! Big steal! Tigers win! Oh. Semifinals Tuesday night, Staples survived a furious Minnewaska rally to earn a spot in tonight's title game against the #1 ranked team of the state. The high-flying Morris Tigers overwhelmed Hillcrest in the semis, and tonight they'll look for their second straight Section 6A crown. All over the valley, it is the most talked about tournament. That's why over an hour ago, they came in droves and jam-packed this Copperfield House. As you look live at the championship sites of the 1995 6A title game. It is also going to present one of the most talked about players in the state of Minnesota in Kevin Loge. Two coaches who have been down this championship road before, and both have walked away with the hardware. One of them will do it again tonight. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our live coverage of Minnesota basketball on WDAY. Ed Schultz along with Denny Anderson and Dana Mock. Denny, what does Staples have to do tonight to slow down arguably the best big man in Minnesota?
Everybody is asking, how do you stop Kevin Loge? I think he's a young Phil Jackson myself. And I'll tell you what, the thing is, they've got a lot of other players. They've got great athletes, Tate, Witt, Schmigel. They're excellent. On the other side, Staples Joerger, what a player. And surrounded by a bunch of super sophomores.
And both the players we speak of, Kevin Loge and Blaine Joerger, are coming off big-time performances in the semifinals the other night to bring us to tonight's championship game. As always, it's jam-packed. It's the section championship game tonight. It's a Morris team that believes it can win the state championship next week. But first, tonight, they'll have to take care of the third-ranked Staples Cardinals. A great section championship game coming your way next on WDAY TV Channel 6 Sports, the leader and the innovator in the Red River Valley. This tournament always lives up to its billing. It was that 23-point lead a year ago that made everybody think that Morris had the bags packed and headed down to the championship game in Minnesota basketball. But then a guy named Blaine Joerger showed up. Maybe it's because the guy he plays for is Lynn Peterson, who's got to his credit 329 wins. They're never out of it. Dana Mock at courtside. The approach tonight for the Cardinals has got to be one of an aggressive nature. What do you think?
Ed and Denny, since winning back-to-back Section 6A titles in '89 and '90, Staples has lost 3 of 4. Call them the Heartbreak Kids, and the Cardinals certainly won't be favored tonight against Morris, Minnesota. But all year long, Lynn Peterson has talked about one thing, an opportunity at #1 Morris. Tonight the Cardinals get that opportunity. Let's find out if they can make the most of it.
Denny Anderson, there's something to coaching a team and keeping them in focus on path for that ultimate goal. It's not like last week they started thinking about playing Morris. They started thinking about it the first week of the season. Do you think that makes a difference?
It sure does. In fact, they probably started thinking about it that night they got beat last year. And they worked on it all summer and right on in, Eddie. It makes a difference. Both of these teams have high expectations of themselves. And I don't think a team can go very far without those high expectations.
Well, Lynn Peterson has got his team in the driver's seat to achieve that goal. For Mark Torgerson of the Morris Tigers, it's been a dream to get back. And who knows, in this 16-team format, they might be the team in Minnesota to win it all this year. For the starting lineups, let's go to the PA announcer and Nick Gaida.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Concordia's Memorial Auditorium for tonight's Section 6A championship game. This championship game features the subsection 1 champions, the Morris Area Tigers, against the subsection 4 champions, the Staples-Motley Cardinals. And now for your starting lineups. First for the guest team on the scoreboard, the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Starting at one guard, a 5'9" senior, number 3, Cy Bessler. Starting at the other guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 22, Eric Kelly. Starting at one forward, a 6'2" senior, number 21, Blaine Joerger. Starting at the other forward, a 6'3" sophomore, number 43, Dan Moose Ottison. And starting at center, a 6'4" sophomore, number 54, Chris Heyer. The Cardinals are coached by Lynn Peterson. And now the starting lineups for the home team on the scoreboard, the Morris Area Tigers. Starting at one guard, a 5'11" junior, number 10, Andy Tate. Starting at the other guard, a 6'1" senior, number 14, Zach Witt. Starting at one forward, a 6'3" junior, number 34, Corey Schmidtgall. Starting at the other forward, a 6'3" senior, number 40, Jason Aspa. And the man in the middle, a 6'9" junior, number 44, Kevin Loge. The Tigers are coached by Mark Joerger.
The Tigers at 23-2, the Cardinals in 24-2 on the season. The numbers. The Tigers will throw it in for 78 points a game. Staples 68. Both teams a solid shooting percentage. Both teams decent from the line. The rebounding margin very close. Denny, is it Logie? Is that the #1 advantage the Tigers have?
Definitely, definitely. In Lynn Peterson's case here, he's saying, how can we contain the big man? We're not going to stop him. And we got to contain him.
Then there's Andy Tate, who from three-point land tossed in 19 the other night. Blaine Joerger, arguably one of the best in the state, 21 of Staples-Motley's 39 points. Here we go. The much-anticipated showdown.
And
All of Minnesota is watching this championship game tonight to see the outcome.
Excuse me, Ed, I'm very impressed with their defensive output. 52 and 53.
Zach Witt right away to Tate. Asmus, near side. Schmidtgall, too strong. Rebound off the Heyer, and here come the Cardinals. It's not your TV set. It's the fans. It's a constant roar in this facility. Joerger. He needs 6 points to become the all-time leading scorer for Staples-Motley.
He's starting right where he left off last year. Same move that he hurt him with.
Zach Witt, too strong. Cardinals again on the boards. This time, Ottison clears it away. Kelly. Cy Bessler. And the Tigers set up in that zone. Let's see how Lynn Peterson's team wants to go after it. Adjusting the shot. Joerger, no good. Loose ball. Joerger again, and he's fouled. That's going to be on Andy Tate. I think a big key for the Cardinals is to get this kid emotionally, physically into the game early. They've done that.
Right. That ball was bouncing around there, and Logie got his hands on it a little bit, but he ended up chipping it right to Blaine Joerger, and he took it right to the hole, and he is excellent at doing that.
Joerger. who has been down and checked into Heartbreak Hotel a number of times in this tournament. He's on fire early on. Zach Witt to Andy Tate. Loge has yet to touch the ball. Asmus back to Witt. Loge, and he is pushed by the youngster, Dan Otteson.
Seemed to me, Ed, he was open a couple of times there, and they didn't get it to him.
Would Lynn Peterson be thinking, let's foul him right away and not let him get into a rhythm of hitting his first 7 shots the way he did the other night?
It could be. Play him real tight, make him have to really adjust.
Asmus from Witt. Tigers are on the board.
Nice dish by Witt. He's famous for him. He's an outstanding guard.
Kelly. Cy Besselin. Joerger. The high post shot, and look at Joerger. He's got all of the Cardinals' points.
I don't think they're going to be able to let him drift through that zone like that and get the ball. He's too good a shooter.
Especially from 15 feet.
Exactly.
Asmus. Schmidgall, loose ball. Cy Besselin. Lynn Peterson could not ask for a better start. Kelly to Joerger. Kelly again. Kelly rejected by Loge. Higher, rejected again, and pulled down by Schmidgall.
Some real jumpers on the floor. Excellent athletes. Schmidgall went high to get that rebound.
Andy Tate, a three-point ace. This is Loge against Higher. Loge, almost an air ball. It comes off the Higher. Otteson was on the defense.
That's a difficult shot. Way down on the baseline. Tough angle.
Cy Besselin. Joerger for 3. Not this time. Loose ball comes off to Andy Tate. Here come the Tigers. Zach Witt. Andy Tate left alone for 3. Not this time, and Joerger is at both ends of the floor.
Ed, we've got a different game completely than last Tuesday for Morris, where they shot 73% in the first half. Tate knocked down 3 threes in that first half.
Joerger.
They're struggling right now.
Cy Besselin. Otteson. Besselin for 3. Big rebound, Higher, and he's fouled. Rebounds that Morris are not used to allowing. And Mark Torgerson, his team down 8-2 here in the early going.
I think we'll see a change in defense.
Tigers just 1 for 5 from the field here in the early going. And Higher completes the three-point play. A phenomenal start for the Cardinals. You never know, do you? It's March Madness, and we're back. It's been all Cardinals. Here's the big rebound inside by Higher. These are putbacks that Morris is not used to giving up. And if that continues, look out. Let's go to Dana Mock. Dana, what's the mood so far in the huddle?
A calm and collected Mark Torgerson, but his big concern, rebounds, offensively and defensively. Offensively, be more patient, try and get Loge inside.
Loge, short off the iron. It comes off to Eric Kelly. Denny, we touched on it at the top. When you gear to a team all year long, whether it's in the middle of your schedule, at the end of the year, tournament time, whatever, there's a psychological effect it can have on your team. They can end up playing at a different level. I think we're seeing that tonight.
We definitely are. There's no doubt about it. I talked to Coach Torgerson before the game, and he said, I hope we're patient on offense. He said, I hope we'll be patient. They haven't been patient. right now. He's wanting more patience, I'm sure.
A frustrated Morris team turns it over, and leading by 7, Boots checks in now for the Morris Tigers, the first substitution of the ball game.
And I don't think they're going to be able to stay in this zone. Number one, they can't keep track of Joerger. And when he can sneak up from behind the zone, he gets the ball, he's going to score. Number 2, it's not a good rebounding situation. Zones are not real good rebounding.
When was the last time the Tigers played 5 minutes and had 2 points? Probably not any time this season. Turnover. Zach Witt. Easy 2, and the first 2 for Witt on the night.
I know in the subsection finals, Hancock had him 12-2 off the bat. They ended up coming back winning it against a very strong Hancock team.
The Tigers filled with athletes. Arguably one of the best backcourts you'll find in Class A. Cy Besslin, too strong. Joerger will save it all the way out to the midcourt line. Eric Kelly. Kelly inside the three-point strike, and he's got it. His first shot is down, and it's still a 7-point advantage for the Cardinals.
We'll see if Morris can have some patience now and get a good shot and knock it down.
And it's double dribble. Zach Witt turns it over.
They're definitely shook. There's no doubt about it. They're nervous. They're high school kids. They're going to make mistakes.
The Cardinals playing like a team, Dana Mock, coached by a guy who's got 329 wins.
I think he used the right psychological advantage. Guys, we have nothing to lose here. We're not supposed to win this game. And when you talk about Morris, Minnesota from day 1 of practice, it gives you an advantage, I think.
Higher having to adjust. Kelly in the land of giants clears it away. Everything is going right for the Cardinals. Joerger, higher, great pass. Otteson. Staples has their biggest lead of the game at 9 points.
The 2 sophomores are very aggressive in there for Staples. Higher and Otteson.
It won't go for Andy Tate. Again, Joerger clears it for the Cardinals. Who would have thought it would have started out like this? Joerger for 3, very dangerous, not this time. Comes off to Andy Tate. Witt, he's fouled. That's going to be on Eric Kelly.
Oh, Witt's dangerous with the ball. He takes it to the hole so strong. He's so quick. Great move in there. The only way they were going to stop him was to foul him.
Loge has touched the ball now just 4 times in the first 7 minutes of the game.
They're playing tough defense, but Morris isn't.
Look at how they're defending that inside-outside game. Loge, air ball, Joerger. They're playing Joerger away from Loge to clean up on the boards.
He's an excellent rebounder, just an excellent rebounder. They're really putting the body to Loge in there.
That foul is going to be on Andy Tate. Look how they're defending this, Denny. They got Otteson and Kelly and Joerger, their best player, away from their best player.
Right.
Interesting strategy.
And Ottison's a big, what would you say, a 225-pounder at 6'4"?
Looks like a good tight end, Coach.
Yeah.
Sign him. Joerger, Cy Besslin, quiet and steady. Kelly, aggressive. Not this time. Loge clears it.
It's just not the Morris team we saw the other night. For instance, Loge got that big rebound. They walked out of there with it. Now they're going to go for a 1.
Down to the final 18 seconds in the first quarter. An unusual start for the Tigers. An amazing first quarter for the Cardinals. They lead at 13-4. Loge away from the basket further than he was the other night. Zach Witt, the lefty. Everything's going right for the Cardinals as time runs out in the first quarter. Loge is 0 for 3 over 10. Morris went over 3 minutes without a field goal. Look out, it's tournament time, baby. So 1 quarter is gone, and it does not belong to the Tigers. Staples hitting 50% from the field and amazingly out-rebounding the Tigers 14-5. Denny, if the Tigers try to change the tempo and go up-tempo and run the floor, are they playing into the Cardinals' hands even more?
Well, I don't know. I think Morris has been all year a running team, probably more so than Staples. Staples got great athletes. Morris got great athletes.
Joerger finds a way to slip down the baseline. He's got 8 and has just become the all-time leading scorer for the Cardinals. And when you consider some of the great players they've had come out of that neck of the woods, what an accomplishment. Zach Witt.
A big key in this game is the defense of Dan Otteson, a 6'4" sophomore on Loge. He's keeping him out away from the bucket.
Loge for 3. He has to go to three-point land to get his first points.
Arteta, he's hitting a 3 now, 6'9".
And he's only 16. Loge.
Now he's out stealing the ball.
Andy Tate. 5 unanswered by the Tigers.
There's Morris's game, Ed. Get a steal and goal.
Big turnover. Beslin couldn't handle it. Morris has got a chance to really change the momentum. Lynn Peterson sees it, and on the heels of a 5-0 run for the Tigers, he wants to talk it over. You're watching Minnesota basketball on WDAY, the Valley's sports leader and innovator. Blaine Joerger off to a great start tonight. He knew coming in he was going to get it. He had 21 of the team's 39 the other night, and he surpasses the record and is now the all-time leading scorer for the Cardinals. Zach Witt, Loge on the follow. He's fouled.
That was a forced shot up there by Witt, but then he knows the big guy's there, so it's just about like a pass. Loge gobbles up the rebound and puts it back up.
What we have not seen in the first 10 minutes of this game is the three-point shooting by Andy Tate, who finished with 19 the other night. Loge misses his first free throw.
Schmidtgall is also an excellent three-point shooter, and Coach said he wanted to get him involved. He thought he just kind of was standing around over the corner last Tuesday.
Well, there's one horse I know I'd be saddling in this game. Joerger. Is it starting to unravel?
Joerger's pointing at himself saying, hey, my fault, Eric.
The lead was 11. It's down to 5.
He just let it go and it slipped out of his hands.
Zach Witt doesn't get the roll, and Cy Beslin in traffic clears it for the Cardinals. Blaine Joerger. Beslin. They really work that ball in the corner, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Joerger. Higher is fouled. That's going to be on Schmidtgall. But Joerger is defeating that baseline defense.
He's tough in there, there's no doubt. Higher is really rebounding. Now watch, nobody pins him out on the board, so he just goes after it.
Cy Beslin cans a 3 for the Cardinals. Lynn Peterson, for the 6th time in 8 years, he has his team in the championship game. Eric Kelly. Again, Joerger, loses that one. Here comes Zach Witt. Schmidgall. He's fouled. Offensive foul. Higher head position.
They're pressing right now, Ed, Dana. They're pressing because they're behind. They're not, yeah, they've been used to being behind some, but they always seem to come back. And they're pressing, trying to do too much at too short a time.
Dana, this 5-0 run that the Tigers had has been answered with some pretty gutsy play by the Cardinals.
A solid timeout by Lynn Peterson of Staples, and they also said, watch for Blaine Joerger on the baseline. It's wide open down low.
Fire! Well, scores! There's a kid who's taken his game to another level tonight.
That's the zone, Ed. They can't screen him out.
Staples now on a 5-0 run. Hire, a youngster. Chris Hire, 6'4", sophomore center. We go to the huddles.
Be ready, just beware of it. That's the kind of move you guys got to make, okay? When we started throwing it away, here's what we were kind of doing. We made difference where the ball was, but instead of going like this or like this and out to here or like this and out to here, we were like this. Instead of here and out, we were like this, okay? That's it. And then offense now back to getting the ball inside, all right? They're man-to-man. Let's go Jay right away. Set a good screen. We go 3-play next time. Let's go to the other side so you got a little better angle to shoot that little bank shot. Guys are getting out hustled again on offensive board. So now man-to-man, everybody should have a body on, right? Got to make a run now before halftime. Let's get this thing down. We're just fine. Get the offense going. Be more patient. All right.
The Cardinals 3 of 4 at 75% here in the second quarter. This quarter alone. Tigers 2 for 5 at 40%. Lynn Peterson, 329 wins and 80 losses. His sophomore center, Chris Hire, misses the free throw.
The two sophomores have really been playing their hearts out for Staples.
Loge, it's going to count. It's on Addison. And Loge's in for his 6th point of the night.
Butch Torgerson in a huddle said, let's get this in here. Let's get that ball in there. And that's exactly what they did. He's also switched it to a man-to-man. We'll see when we come down.
Well, that time it looked like Loge had posted up down a little bit lower.
Exactly. He's down on the block. If he gets down there and they get the ball, there's no way Staples can stop him. They can contain maybe a little, but not stop him.
Loge 0 for 3 in the first quarter, now 2 for 2 here in the second quarter.
We should see much better rebounding out of Morris now with man-to-man.
Joerger, great move. Over the back is Addison. Addison again, and that will be unofficially his 3rd. It is. The young sophomore center, and Lynn Peterson's got to make a decision. Here comes Brownell off the bench for the Cardinals. Lauren Brownell.
Brownell's a senior, a big boy, but he doesn't have the weight that...
Andy Tate, his first 3. He hit 4 of them the other night.
Brownell's push Loge out of there. I think you'll see Loge getting down in a lot better.
Joerger, a great give and go. Higher with a great pass.
They went to a 1-4 set with the high post, and Joerger backdoored him.
And that's going to be on Loge, away from the ball. The Cardinal bench erupted when they saw that. Here's the pass from Higher, high post, low post. He beats Zach Witt, and Joerger gets the bucket.
It's tough to defend a good kid like Joerger out on the wing when you've got it open like that in there, because you want to keep him from the ball. So now the ball goes high post, he just backdoor it.
Chris Higher, again, he misses a free throw. Turnover, Kelly on the steal. Higher, couldn't handle it. It'll go back to the Tigers. 3:07 remaining here in the first half. It's a 6-point Cardinal lead. They have led throughout. Their biggest lead, 11 points.
You can sense that Staples right now is kind of playing like, let's try to not let them catch us. And that gets dangerous. You better keep going. You better say, hey, we're going to score.
Loge is now warming up. Eric Kelly. Oh, what a move. Andy Tate. Loge. He's fouled. That's going to be on Joerger. He tried to do the turnaround on the baseline. Joerger thought it might have been offense.
They really pinched him in there. They were bodying up real strong. Watch how close they are. Look at right in there on him.
Loge again. Even when he starts slow, he's dangerous.
And he uses the board so well. He just kisses it off the board.
He's got 11 points in the last 6 minutes of play. Kelly. It comes off the boots. Here comes Zach Witt. Down by 4.
You notice Morris is really rebounding now because they're in a man-to-man. They can put their body on him, on their man.
Loge again. Tipped up. No. Schmidtko missed the return, and it comes off to Eric Kelly.
Oh, he was high in the air for that tip.
Inside the 2-minute mark. Kelly. Witt almost had the steal. Higher. They took advantage of the gamble. That was quick recognition by the Cardinals.
Sure did. Nice pass in there.
Schmidtko loses it. Less than 90 seconds and a 6-point Cardinal lead. That was a big play by Brownell.
Yes, it was.
Higher. He walks.
Higher's working so hard in there. He wanted to go to the bucket there. He turned, and there was the big guy standing there, so he shuffled his feet.
Loge. He's got 13. All in this half. And the Tigers are back in it. Can the Cardinals maintain this charge in the second half? Eric Kelly down to 35 seconds. They lead by 4. They get a break on the boards. Kelly, ooh, off the hands of a Tiger. And Glenn Peterson's over there screaming, one shot, one shot.
Kelly's a nifty sophomore. Good ball handler. It's hot in here, folks, and I'll tell you, he's tired. He just went out of the ball game. He's wiping himself off over there.
Jeff Joerger checks in.
just be displeased with this half, can you?
No, our kids really played well. We really played well. I don't know what I can say to them. We just got to keep it up or they have a ball game to go.
You've got a level up here. Can you maintain that for the second?
Well, I hope so. We have to beat them.
Thanks, Lynn.
So Kevin Loge, who was scoreless in the first quarter, has offensively returned with 13 points here in the second quarter. But it has not been enough to match the Staples Cardinals, who lead it here at halftime, 26-22. We told you it was going to be a dandy. It's the Minnesota Section 6A championship game. An upset in the making. Stay with us. You're watching basketball Minnesota style on the Valley Sports Leader, WDAY.
Here we go again. Here it is again, guys. Here it is again. They're going to go here with the ball. They're going to go short corner with the ball. We got that covered with wing, and we got that covered with center. This weak side man has come all the way across and own that block. Guard, you got to be on the inside of that high post man. Don't let him go down. You lay a block on him. You just make him have to run over. Make him change direction. Make him change direction. Okay, Corey, you got that? You got that? Mike, let's go now, buddy. Hey, that's the way to move the ball. You understand what I mean? Boy, offensively, the 5. But Mitch, you can't drive it way down there and expect to give it to him. Remember what I said? Okay, next time, okay, let's try the dribble entry. Be ready. He's going to come down. You're going, Nate. You're going to get the shot right there. Go, Nate. All right? Let's go, boy. Go.
Denny Anderson has resigned his position as teacher and coach at Frazee High School in Frazee, Minnesota. 31 years of coaching produced 420 wins and puts him in the top 25 list of winningest coaches in the history of Minnesota high school basketball. Coached at Hendron, Minnesota, Ada, Fergus Falls, over at Moorhead State, coached the Dragons, and is at Frazee High School. Denny, how in the world can you pull yourself away from those sideline X's and O's? And we're really going to miss you. It's been a great run. We've had great respect for you over the years. We certainly really appreciate what you've done working with us on this tournament. And I know after 31 years, it's not easy to walk away from it.
No, it certainly is, and especially the kids that we've got coming back at Frazee. You're choking me up here, little Ed, but I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of rolls of tape over the years and a lot of great kids, a lot of huge hearts. It's something that coaches that are out there listening, they know what I'm talking about. You fall in love with every one of the kids.
You know, Denny, you always coached from the heart. You always had that great way of getting deep down inside a kid and getting him to give 100%. And getting them to believe. And in today's day and age, when self-esteem is so important and putting kids in a positive direction, I don't know how this profession's going to get along without you. We need more people like you.
Well, thanks, Ed. I had a lot of role models, I'll tell you, to follow. My father, Don Anderson, over at Moorhead State High School, a coach. Warner Brand, my 8th grade coach, I'll never forget him. Larry McLeod, my college coach. I just had a lot of great role models, and they meant a lot to me.
Denny, stay close to us. Don't go so far, okay, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know why I had to resign? Because this contract is so lucrative, I couldn't keep both jobs going.
All it took, folks, was one fishing trip. Can you believe that? 420 wins in 31 years of the Sideline Wars. A great educator. We're going to miss him. We're back with more Minnesota basketball on DAY in just a moment. Whether they're playing, or whether they're starting, or whether they're watching, they feel a part of it. They are a part of it. It's the emotion. It's the big lights. It's the fantastic finishes. It's Minnesota basketball, and you're watching it on WDAY TV. Let's go down to the Cardinal locker room where they lead by 4.
Inside, back door, automatic. That's automatic with you, Blaine. No flare to the corner, nothing. Okay, so we know if we call high, that's back door. to Blaine's side. Got that? Come off to the left. But we're not done. If you see Logie sitting back in here, we call high. Got to get a good legal screen there. And once you're fourth or Lauren, Logie's sitting way off here. You come off here, so I'll drift to the corner and you shoot the dang thing. Put 3 down. Right? If you're going Blaine's side, back door. If you're going Logie's side, you got the 3. Danny, after you set the screen, I still want you to roll.
How do you want me to go?
That?
How do you want me to go? Yes, I can stop at the hole?
No. What do we do? A man to man. No. If we go to the other side?
No, we go. If I go back door
On your side?
Yeah.
Well, I want you to, that's, you know, you can look to go through, but remember when we call high, Eric's coming here. If the ball comes here, we look back door, but then Danny, what are you doing? You're coming down to screen size man. And that doesn't change. There. Okay? Same thing, if Eric comes here, you're looking for the shot, and Chris, you're going down screening Blaine's man. Blaine's looking for the shot on the free throw line. Okay? Now, zone, any problems with that? The only thing I was going to tell you on that zone, just like I told you at that timeout. Get the ball here, we were kind of doing this instead of this. I think you got to, instead of, if I'm down in that corner and that ball, Blaine throws me the ball, rather than catch it and this, I think you catch it and do this. And then you're this way and looking inside. Looking inside.
That's when he's coming out.
Now, if they try and post up wet, you've got a front inside. You've got a front in. All right. Now, remember, we talked 9 months. We're going to hear it again. To get to this game, you've done a great job for 1/2 of it. I just would hope, and I don't think you guys are, the kind of guys that are going to go out here in the second half and fall apart and say, well, we played a good first half. We're going to go out and finish this thing off. In 16 minutes, then we can accomplish what we've been after for 9 darn months. Now let's go.
Back for the second half, Staples leading 26-22. Mark, how concerned are you?
Well, we have to hustle more. We gave up 7 offensive rebounds, and we have a 6'9" post and a couple other good rebounders. They're out scrapping us a little bit, so you have to be concerned because there's no tomorrow. Kevin got going late, but he's going to get aggressive now, and we got to take a little bit better care of the ball on offense and be a little more patient.
Good luck, Mark.
Yeah, thanks.
Mark Torgerson, head coach of the Morris Tigers. His big kid, Kevin Loge, 13 points, but the backcourt has been quiet. Danny, Zach Witt, 2 points. Andy Tate, 5. That's a big key.
A very big key. Notice Ed, 24 shots for Staples-Motley and 23 for Morris. Bill Rose, the great coach from Rossay, says, hey, you're going to have, if you take 100 shots, you're going to score 100 points. And look at 22 and 26. They're not taking enough shots.
It just isn't that complicated, is it, Denny?
No, it isn't. Put the ball in the hole and run the floor.
Blaine Joerger with 10. And Chris Heyer with 7. And they lead it by 4 as the Tigers will start with the ball in the second half. The winner to the state tournament. The Sweet 16 format. First year ever. Just a major incentive for these teams to want to get there. To have a chance at a AA school. Schmidgall won't go. Up top to Andy Tate. This is Logie. He's got 15. Well, Torgerson said that his big kid would be more aggressive. He's got to get the ball first, and they got it to him. Kelly to Cy Beslin. And it's a credit to the Tigers. And Higher returns it. It's a credit to the Tigers that Staples has to play this hard and this well just to barely lead.
That's right. But you know, Ed, if Morris doesn't start blocking out on the boards, they're not gonna win the ball game. I mean, that's as simple as that. I don't know if they're gonna win the ball game, but I mean, you can't do it without blocking out on the boards. I don't care how big you are.
Schmidt-Gall. Asmus.
That time Morris got in on the offensive board.
It's a two-point game. Cardinals have never trailed. Zach Witt can tie it. Joerger avoids the foul and gets the rebound. Great player. Eric Kelly back to Joerger. That's just an experienced player getting out of a jam.
Excellent play. And
Eric Kelly can't get it
finger rolled that last one, and that's why he didn't get it.
Schmidt-Gall up the floor, back to Zach Witt. He's going to Mankato State to play quarterback for Dan Runkle. Loge, short. It's going to hit the top of the backboard, and it's going to go to the Cardinals. They rule it out of bounds. Well, Loge was going back for another easy two off the putback.
Yeah, he was in there tough. He is, Coach said he's got to get more aggressive, and he certainly is. This half. I was impressed with Morris last Tuesday. In the second half, even leading by 20, they were very aggressive.
Kelly. Cy Beslin. Beslin, his second three-pointer of the night.
You don't leave the Staples kids on the outside open. They're 39% shooters from three-point.
Schmidt-Gall, no. Rebound, again, Eric Kelly. What a game this kid is having. Only a sophomore.
Another super sophomore, Ed.
There's three in the lineup here for the Cardinals.
Got away with a walk there.
It's another reason why they're super sophomores. Eric Kelly, short. Here comes Loge. And off to Zach Witt.
They're just not running. I can't quite understand that because that was a big rebound. They could have got an advantage there by taking off.
Andy Tate.
That offense and defense is a game of distance. As soon as Tate picked up his dribble, the Staples kid backed off him. And when he backed off, it's very difficult to pass through him.
Brownell comes in as Otteson sits down for the Cardinals. Zach Witt. Oh, nice move.
Oh, excellent move.
But only his fourth point tonight. Three-point game. Ed Schultz along with Denny Anderson and Dana Mock. We're midway through the third quarter. Championship game. Section 6A. Three-point lead. An upset in the making. The top-ranked Tigers trail it. There's a timeout on the floor. The Cardinals, can they hang on? Can the Tigers answer to the challenge? Stay with us. The Cardinals by 3. Dana, the huddle. What's the mood of the team with the lead right now?
Lynn Peterson continues to move Blaine Joerger around offensively. He's been on the right wing to left wing. Now he's going to go out top, but the bottom line is Joerger will always end up with a ball and try and go baseline. That's what he was Xing and O'ing.
Higher. Big inbound play for the Cardinals. The super sophomore is showing up big against Loge tonight. And it's back to a 5-point advantage. Schmidt-Gall with the ball. He's 0 for 5 in the second half. Higher again. Andy Tate is frustrated. He can't make it drop.
He had that one in there and it bounced back out. Can't say enough about the game Higher's having. He is so pumped up. He's rebounding, he's scoring, he's doing everything.
Eric Kelly for three. Short. And it's going to the Tigers.
Heyer was on the inside of Loge again.
The Cardinals have led throughout. We're down to 3.5 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 5-point Staples lead. Loge against Heyer. The fadeaway. Air ball. Schmidgall saves it. Joerger, great play. Still alive. And it comes off to the Cardinals. What tremendous poise. Cy Besselin left alone. Witt. Big play by the backcourt ace for the Tigers.
Wow, he's starting to turn it on. He's been playing super defense here.
But that's what you said the Tigers had to do, was get out and run it.
Exactly.
Joerger, great pass from Brownell.
Caught Witt on that backdoor cut again. Post coming up high. It's a tough play.
Joerger with 12. Cardinals by 5. Watch this backdoor cut by Blaine Joerger. Brings Witt up and is gone.
That's exactly what coach was designing over there, letting them know.
Great replay, guys. Jim Heilman, Lon Keller, our whole crew. The best in the business.
I'm not in this business that much, but I don't know how they can get any better, Ed.
Zach Witt, cross court, Andy Tate. They cover him up quickly. Boots! Cleared away by Joerger. I've been watching Mark Torgerson at courtside on the bench for the Tigers. Very calm, cool, and collected. He has tremendous confidence in his ball club. Not going to overreact. Plenty of basketball left.
Yeah, coach does a good job. Coach Torgerson, both these coaches are just outstanding, coach. You can't say enough about them.
He's going to sit Loge down with 1:36 remaining in the third. Down by 5. Kelly. Back to Joerger. Joerger and Zach Witt. Great matchup. And a foul on Zach Witt, and that will be his first.
He's a tremendous defensive player.
Personal first team foul.
One thing about broadcasting these games, Denny, you can always be a dreamer. We should have had that Arkansas-Texas Southern game today, huh?
There you are. There you are.
Eric Kelly, not this time. Loose ball. Cardinals again. Joerger for 3. No. And a foul. That's going to be on Eric Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of hustle going on out here. That ball was a long rebound out at about 12-foot mark, and boy, I tell you, they were after that ball. 3 people after it. Kelly and Witt collided, and Kelly got the foul.
Kelly 0 for 5 here in the second half tonight. Zach Witt to Asmus. Witt looking to create. He does. He's got 8, 6 here in the second half.
He has turned it up. That was a great move, great shot. Now he's got his work cut out at this end, guarding the Blaine Joerger, an outstanding offensive player.
Heyer. Eric Kelly. Kelly against Andy Tate. To Besselin. To Joerger. To Heyer. He loses it. Andy Tate. Tate. control brings it out. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Down to 10. Zach Witt gonna work on Besselin. What a move! It won't go. Higher clears it. Cardinals still lead by 3 after 3 quarters. Oh, what drama is beginning to unfold here at the Copperfield House. An upset in the making. Top-ranked Morris, 5 of 13 from the field in the third. Staples, 4 of 11. It's a 3-point game. Stay with us.
From the warmth of a summer sunshine to the first white winter snow, from the browns and golds of autumn to the spring when the rivers flow, a friendly welcome's waiting when I stop and say hello. Pelican Rapids sure can make you feel at home. Welcome home. Pelican Rapids sure can make you feel at home.
Many thanks to Jack Nelson, the superintendent down at Staples, Minnesota.
He's the region chair, Ed, and he's resigning now. Education's going to lose a great man.
Well, he, of course, has been very involved in our coverage here at WDAY and Minnesota basketball. It started years ago with Ed Thompson at Barnesville and his whole crew, and we just can't say enough great things about the people in Minnesota and how we've enjoyed working with them over the years. And again, we're on the edge of a cliffhanger as Blaine Joerger's shot falls short, and Zach Witt clears it away as the fourth quarter is underway here. Schmigdal has yet to hit in the second half. He's 0 for 6 now as Eric Kelly clears it away.
We got a switch in defense here where we've got Asmus is on Joerger instead of Witt. Going to give Witt a little rest, I think.
3-point lead for the Cardinals.
Jason Asmus, number 40, he's on him tough.
Kelly. Tremendous discipline by Lynn Peterson's team. So the old cliche, Coach, when you ask them, do you need to get off to a great start? Such has been the case here tonight, and we're seeing the residual of that.
Exactly.
Higher, short, oh, great follow! Higher, where has he come from?
The kid is hungry.
He's got 13. A 5-point lead. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark remaining in the ball game. Schmidgall underneath. Asmus is fouled.
Loge's moving very strong in the hole, and because they wanted to help on the weak side, that opened up over there for Asmus and a nice pass in the back door.
5-point lead as the Tigers are on their ropes. Ranked number 1 in the state, 23-2 on the year. And that free throw won't go. Only their 3rd attempt on the night from the free throw line. And Jason Asmus makes 1 of 2 to cut it to 4. The tension starting to build on the Morris bench. Coming up on the 6-minute mark. This is Eric Kelly again. Higher, left alone, he's fouled.
You just can't say enough for the game the kid is having.
Loge
so aggressive.
Has got 3 personal fouls. And Mark Torgerson wants to talk it over. It's a 6-point Cardinal lead with 6 minutes to go, and Hires going to the line when we come back. over 3,600 fans jamming the Cobber Fieldhouse here tonight. They are die-hard Minnesota basketball fans. The much anticipated, the much talked about showdown between the Morris Tigers and the Staples Cardinals is beginning to unfold here in the fourth quarter. And young Chris Heyer has hit 6 of his last 7 field goals and another free throw. Heyer is the hero so far tonight.
16 points for him, but he's been such a horse on the boards. That's what's real tough.
Zach Witt, and he's going to draw the foul on Blaine Joerger. That will be Joerger's 3rd personal. Andy Tate, too strong. Asmus clears it into the corner and out to Tate again. To Zach Witt. 5.5 remaining. Down by 7. The top-ranked Tigers starting to feel the pressure. Schmidgall's been quiet. And this is going to be Zach Witt. He's cold. And again, Heyer. He walked.
2 men on the ball. Two Staples kids had the ball. They call it traveling. Sometimes I think that's called a little too quick.
Zach Witt. Andy Tate too strong. Comes off to Asmus. Big play. Asmus has got 7, and it's again a 5-point lead for the Cardinals.
Great shot down on the baseline.
Otteson. He's fouled. Schmidgall. And he's got 3.
Tiger foul number 34, Corey Schmidgall.
Mark Torgerson.
Tell you what, that 1-4 that Staples plays with those 3 very good outside kids. There's one of them right there.
Eric Kelly, a 2-pointer.
Is a very difficult offense to defense.
Zach Witt throws it away. He was looking for Loge. And Witt, borderline out of control.
Yes, it's going to happen. They're just high school kids, but he's such a talent that he thinks he can do a little more than he can sometimes, I think.
We're inside the 5-minute mark. The Cardinals, they lead it by 7. Eric Kelly again. He's unconscious. It's a 9-point lead.
Morris is taking too many chances on defense, and that just gives him too many open shots.
Loge, almost an automatic 2, but they got to get him the ball.
Yep.
The dangerous thing now, Denny, is that Staples does such a great job of milking the ball.
Great ball handlers.
Otteson. And here comes Zach Witt. Andy Tate looking for Loge. Loge knows what he has to do. Not this time. Otteson clears it away. And we're inside the 4-minute mark.
You had mentioned before, Ed, he gets out a little too far from the bucket. When he's in there tight, he's just unstoppable. He gets out of ways, it's a tough shot. 15-foot turnaround with somebody hanging on you.
Schmidgall, good defensive play. Down to 3:36. The tension beginning to mount in the hearts of the Tiger fans. And a whistle. That's going to be on Otteson.
That's his 4th, Ed.
And that'll be the 5th team foul. Otteson now has 4 personals, as Denny said. He's got to leave him in, Coach. Staples, 4 of 7 from the field here in the 4th quarter. And Morris only 2 for 8, as Andy Tate has yet to hit the 3-pointer tonight, and a foul on Zach Witt. In fact, Morris is just 2 for 11 from 3-point range tonight.
4th team foul.
It's high school basketball. And I'll tell you, you don't know what's going to happen. Here they come out, and they can't hit the three-pointer.
It's the tournament. It's the big lights. It's the prime time. It's the #1 ranked team on the ropes. This tournament has a reputation for producing a thriller. One is beginning to unfold in front of us tonight. Kelly, Beslin, Joerger, a whistle. It's going to be a 3-second call on the Cardinals.
We're going to see 2 minutes and 59 seconds of intensity, Ed.
And if this score holds up and we're inside the 3-minute mark, you will see some broken hearts in the Tigers camp. But a great play by Asmus. Great pass by Zach Witt. It's a 5-point game. Oh, a foul on Tate. That'll be number 6 on the team. And 3rd personal foul on Andy Tate, who hit 4 threes the other night and has hit only 1 this evening.
A little frustrated with his offensive shooting, and a very intense competitor, so he's playing Kelly is just as tough as he can.
Loose ball. Schmidgall. No. Out on Beslin. It's going to stay with the Tigers.
The shots the Tigers are getting up there, they're just too quick on them. There was out of control again.
Andy Tate. Zach Witt. Asmus. Great pass from Witt. Oh, it's a 3-point game. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. Eric Kelly.
Witt's penetration is really doing the job for him.
Look at this sophomore Eric Kelly handle the ball against that pressure. Oh, my goodness. The pressure these kids are feeling. It speaks volumes for the youth of America, does it not?
It sure does.
And we'll be back.
Congratulations to all the teams from Hillcrest Academy in Fergus Falls. Hillcrest, a private boarding school with students in grades 9 through 12 from 18 states and 4 foreign countries, offers a Christian education. Bible study and chapel are part of every school day. Hillcrest is fully accredited, featuring a college prep curriculum. Music includes band and choir, travel opportunities, private instrumental and voice lessons. Students at Hillcrest enjoy participation in a full sports program. For more information, contact Hillcrest Lutheran Academy.
Zach Witt starting to take over as the Tigers are on a 6-0 run. Sees the floor extremely well, but Denny, I have to say, I think Witt is pressing a little bit. He has been the whole game.
He has been the last couple times. It's opened up for him, and Jason Asmus, the 6'3" senior forward, has been at the end of a couple nice passes.
Asmus has come alive this quarter. The Cardinals with the ball have not scored for the last 2.5 minutes. It's a 3-point game. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. Eric Kelly, sophomore guard, back to Cy Beslin. We're inside the 2-minute mark. Let's go to Dana Mock at courtside. Dana?
Ed and Denny, the Staples huddle, they quickly said, we've got them rattled. We've got time and the score on our side. Defensively, Zach Witt, do not let him penetrate. Blaine Joerger given the challenge of stopping him and making Witt pull up and hit the jumper.
That is the 4th personal foul on Andy Tate. Joerger into Cy Beslin with 1:40 remaining. It's a 3-point Cardinal lead. They have the ball. Eric Kelly, he's been almost flawless tonight. Oh, Joerger! It's a 5-point lead.
Nice pick at the high post, wide open under there.
Loge's on the bench. Zach Witt won't go. We got a travel on the Cardinals. Loge's going to come back in with 1:11 remaining, down by 5. The Tigers will take it in bounds. Zach Witt and timeout. Can the Staples Cardinals pull it off? The upset that will be heard around the state tonight. Let's go to the huddles.
I'll tell you what, we're going to go to the free throw line for a while now. We'll take a layup. Take a layup. Take a layup without a doubt. Okay? You get in trouble, take a timeout. Okay?
We have a foul to burn.
Yeah, now listen, I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. If we can make one great defensive stop here, it's going to make this sitting on the ball for this last minute a whole lot easier. Okay, now you got the thing you got to watch.
1 minute, fellas.
Just stay out of here. I think we're going to move Chris and Danny down here.
54. When they get the ball, you got to all come out tight. Now, you stay with Joerger. Switch on all screens. Switch on all screens, but be aggressive. You got to overplay every passing lane. There's 1:11. There's no tomorrow. You got to come out tough. We still got a good chance here. Out of bounds play, zone 4. Hey, if it's not there, get the ball to Zach. Go to the basket, Zach. All right?
Let's go, guys. Come on. Here we go.
Hit the shot. Go. Hit the shot.
Tremendous composure shown by Mark Torgerson, who has got the Morris Tigers at 23-2 on the year. But as you say, Denny, at tournament time, you never know. Witt, Tate, and Schmidgall are a combined 0 for 7 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Staples 5 for 8 from the field in the fourth quarter. They lead by 5. Witt will put it in play. Schmidgall, Witt, air ball. It's going to the Cardinals. To Kelly, to Joerger. Joerger, he's fouled. That's going to be on Zach Witt, and that will be his 3rd.
Staples had that all set up in the huddle to break that press, and when you get it to Joerger, something good is going to happen.
Blaine Joerger on the end of this turnover, and he'll go to the line. Joerger. Again. Tigers got to put it up. Andy Tate. Asmus. Joerger. He'll go to the line again. And that just might do it. That's all for Andy Tate. It is near pandemonium in the Staples section here at the Cobber Fieldhouse. Lynn Peterson's team realizing a dream of a season to go up against the top-ranked Tigers.
What an effort by Staples tonight. Not that Morris wasn't trying. They might have been trying too hard, especially when they got behind to start with. But what an effort by Staples. The 2 sophomore kids inside were just tough in there, out of center,
the MVP of this tournament. He's got 17. He's got 18. He had 21 of the team's 39 in the semifinals. They lead it by 9, and Zach Witt hits a 3. His first 3 of the night. With 38 seconds to go, it's a 6-point game. Anything can happen.
A lot of basketball to play yet, Ed. 38 seconds, 6 points. With the 3-point line, that's nothing.
And you got to preach it.
You got to believe it, that's for sure. One of the things that undoubtedly is going to hurt Morris is their good 3-point junior Tate is out of there with fouls.
It is a constant roar. The noise never stops. It was a year ago. These two teams, Staples with a chance to win it, and they threw it away. And the Morris Tigers, as time ran out, went down and put it away and earned a trip to the state tournament. Will the tables be reversed here tonight in 1995? We are 38 seconds away from finding out. The Cardinals on the short end a year ago, they lead it by 6.
Watch Staples run out of here now against this pressure.
And Joerger is fouled by Zach Witt. And for Witt, that's number 4. And Joerger is perfect at the line tonight. He is 6 of 6. And I remember, as we saw the replay just a moment ago of last year, Denny, I remember Blaine Joerger as a freshman missing a shot from the corner.
He alluded to that the other night when the young man from Minnewaska missed that 3-pointer from the corner.
He is 8 of 8 from the line. Witt off the Loge. Loge has to shoot the 3. Blaine Joerger, he's all over the place, and he's going back to the line shooting a 1-and-1.
That's been the Blaine Joerger show here tonight, there's no doubt, but he's had all kinds of help from those sophomores.
We will call this an upset if it holds, but in due respect to both teams, how do you call it a major upset? Because the Cardinals are 24-2. They've been in the top 5 all year long.
Number 1 team in the state, Morris, behind right now, 53-44. The number 3 team in the state on top.
Joerger on fire, perfect at the line. It's a 10-point lead. They let Witt go through. Otteson all alone. He misses the jam in prime time. He gets a rebirth. That's going to do it. Upset. Look at Lynn Peterson. Pandemonium on the floor. Haberfield House, the top-ranked team of the state, has been upset. The Staples Cardinals, they are living a dream in the 1995 season. They are going to the state tournament. They are the Section 6A champions. They have upset the #1 team in the state. Lynn Peterson will remember career win number 330 for a long time.
Will he ever? I'll tell you, that it was a great effort, no doubt. Did you see Blaine Joerger come over here and look at you, Ed, with thumbs up saying, nice job? Oh, these kids, this is what it's all about. That's why we don't put them in a computer and play them out. You've got to go out on the floor and do it.
And as there is jubilation in the Cardinal camp, there is sadness and heartbreak by a team who lived under the umbrella of extreme pressure all year long. The Morris Tigers will finish the year at 23-3. But it's Staples-Motley who will carry a 25-2 record to the state tournament. Let's go to Dana Mock.
Blaine, you've had a lot of heartbreak on this floor. I remember 2 years ago you shed some tears after missing some free throws. You promised never to do it again and to win a region championship. What does it mean to you tonight?
Oh man, it's the greatest feeling. We haven't been down there in 5 years. All 4 games, 3 games that I've lost here have been a close one. This is great. Those free throws, I knew if I made those, the game's over, and I did. We're going downtown to state, baby.
How confident were you guys up against Morris? Not many teams or people in this area thought you'd give them a game.
Oh, we came in, our coach showed us some tapes of before where they showed emotion. We came out emotionally high. We played well, and we kept that emotion up throughout the whole game. And I think it showed. Maybe we stuck up on a little, but we beat them. We got it, and we got the 10-point win.
Did this team play above its level that it normally played at during the year?
Yeah, I think so. Eric Kelly and Chris Heyer played awesome. They carried our team, and I just made the free throws. It's unbelievable.
Have you ever seen your coach react like that?
No, he's happier than I was, if that's possible. But that was great. Nothing better.
Good luck, Blaine.
Thank you.
Blaine Joerger, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, 8 for 8 in the second half. They have talked about it, they have dreamed about it, and they are living that dream here tonight on primetime television. Staples, the 6A champions, 56-46 winners over the top-ranked Tigers. And Joerger, in such classy fashion, giving credit to a young sophomore center in Chris Heyer, who finished with 18 points, 5 of 6 from the field in the second half. They rode the horse called Blaine Joerger, but it was the youngster Chris Heyer who may have directed the charge.
He was just awesome on the board. And then Eric Kelly out there, number 22, a young sophomore, had a fabulous game too. It was really a team effort, no doubt.
Otteson, who physically matched the Tigers inside. And there is Chris Heyer. And Blaine Joerger. The hardware goes to the Cardinals. This is why it's the most celebrated sectional tournament in all of Minnesota basketball. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the Copper Fieldhouse. It's the Cardinals in 95.
The Great Outdoors, Saturday on Channel 6.
In the profession they call coaching, It's a peak and valley profession. The highest highs and the lowest lows. And for Lynn Peterson and the Staples Cardinals tonight, career win number 330 is certainly one this gentleman will remember. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, Ed. I don't know what to say. I tell you, this is our 7th section title. This one is kind of a dream right now. I don't know if it happened yet or not, but I'm sure it'll sink in.
Denny and I spoke at the top of the show tonight. This is really the game that your team has focused on all season long. It's like they had been working up to this emotional outlet of tremendous basketball at the right time. Your team came off to a fabulous start, a 9-2 run, and they never looked back. How important was the overall focus and the approach to this game tonight?
Well, I think the focus and the start to the game was very important. I mentioned to Coach Cogg, I said, well, it'd be nice if we could get a good start tonight, because that didn't happen last year. And I think, like you said, you know, our goal 9 months ago, that state tournament ended or in the summer, we really laid out the challenge. And I told our kids, I said, you know, you guys might think I'm crazy, but I think we can beat anybody at any time. And I said, if you don't think we can beat Morris next year, I said, then I got some more work to do. But I said, I honestly do. And I said, I don't BS with you guys. And I said, that's what we're playing for this year. We don't play to look by anybody, but if we're playing good enough to assume we're playing the state runner-up, people along the road are going to get in the way and we'll knock them off.
Coach, how can you say that? You got 3 sophomores in the lineup. That is, I mean, that's just a tremendous feat by these kids.
Well, it is, and yet, you know, we got a lot of young kids, and I think we play a very competitive schedule, and I demand a lot out of them because I think they have a lot to offer. You know, I mean, I don't make basketball players out of these kids. I probably know how to use the kids with their talent, you know, but hey, I didn't make Blaine Joerger a basketball player, and that's my job. And I just said, hey, I don't care if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. This is how we're playing, and this is varsity basketball.
Blaine Joerger, 10 for 10, but the way he approaches the court, the way he produces, it's infectious to this ball club. What has he meant to this team?
Well, no doubt. I think very infectious, and I also think Blaine was on a mission. You know, I think, you know, 3 years ago, he missed a shot Starnes missed. It could have beat Minnewaska. You know, 2 years ago, we're 3 points short. Last year, we're 5 points short. And I think it just finally, enough is enough. And I think the mission, you know, carried through. And like I said, hey, we had some people from Staples that didn't come to the game tonight because we were going to, so to speak, quote, get creamed. And I said, hey, I don't care who believes this thing as long as the coaches and the people in the locker room believe it.
Coach, you stay with us. For more, let's go to Dana Mock.
Eric Kelly says he's 6% Irish. He got use of all 6%. How did you guys pull off this upset? Because not many people thought you could pull it off tonight.
No, we had to play 32 hard minutes, and we had to do it on. Keep on D and keep the pressure up and keep the intensity up, and we did that for 32 minutes, and it worked out for us.
How important was that good start to get out of the gates fast and really kind of set a tone?
That really helped our confidence, and I don't know, it got a good start, kept us going, and after that we knew we could do it and kept it up.
How long have you guys been talking about playing Morris in the region championship?
Ever since we lost to them last year. We wanted to come back and get them this year, and we did.
Down the stretch, they made a run. How'd you hold them off?
We picked up that D again and kept the intensity and worked out for us. They missed some, we got the rebounds and put the free throws in.
How's this team going to fare down in St. Paul?
We're going to work hard this week and get down there and do our best, and whatever happens, happens. We'll see what happens.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dana. Chris Heyer, your sophomore center inside tonight, really hit the boards and I think maintain that tempo you started early and that presence on the floor in the first quarter, Coach.
Right. We felt that we could have Danny Otteson play pretty much man-to-man on Loge, because that's about 230 pounds trying to body up for him. And Chris is very active defensively as well and thought he could be in good help position. And, you know, I don't know what the scoring went tonight, who cares, but I think that, you know, most people thought it was a Blaine Joerger show on this ball club. And I think tonight we showed them, hey, Blaine's a go-to guy. We got some guys that can do some things other than Blaine Joerger as well.
Coach, where does this rank of all the 330 wins? I mean, you knock off the #1 team in the state, the team that everybody was looking to. I mean, there was talk of possibly the Tigers winning it all under this new format. Where does this rank? Career win number 330.
I'll tell you, I don't know. It's hard to say because, you know, this never gets old. I don't care what you say. Coming up here every year never gets old. And the thing it does, if it's the time it becomes old for me, then I better get out of coaching because I got to remember that I've had different kids every year. And just because I've been here 10, 12 times, some of these kids have never been here. And it's just as important to them as it was to our kids 10, 12 years ago. And it's sweet every year. It's hard to say.
Coach, how did you match their backcourt tonight? Because they were coming off such a dominant performance with Zach Witt and Andy Tate finished with 19 the other night.
Well, I'll tell you, going into the ball game, we played pretty much straight man-to-man. And I told the kids, look, you know Loge's going to score. Now, I don't care if you triple team him, if you play him one-on-one, if you double team him, whatever you do. You pretty much know what Witt's going to do. Now, we really felt that with Loge, we had to make his shots tough for him, but we really felt the key was Tate and Schmiddahl. We really felt that, hey, you know, Loge gets 20, Witt gets 15, whatever it may be. There's two guys that we can't give a free look to the basket. We got to keep them off the boards.
Coach, I know your long run as being a head basketball coach, you've been at both ends of the spectrum. You know, how do you console the Morris Tigers and the great run that they had and the respect that you've got for what they've been able to do this year?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, we went through it a year ago. I'm sure they know what we felt like a year ago. I'll tell you, they were a very class group of kids a year ago. I know when Trevor played last year and he came home. And,
your son?
Yes. And we talked about it a couple days afterwards, and he said, what a great bunch of guys to play with. He says, right in the middle, we're making a big run, and I think it was Andy Tate standing next to him, or Klein says, isn't this a ball game? Isn't this fun? You know, and I think they were really a great group of kids, and they're a great group of kids this year. I mean, hey, my heart goes out to them because I know how they feel. We felt that way last year.
Let's go to Dana Mock. He's with Chris Heyer.
Another sophomore, fellows, who played like a senior, and then some. The challenge going up against Kevin Loge, you and Dan Otteson. No intimidation at all tonight in the region championship game?
Oh, no intimidation at all. We knew we had to push him out, and if he got the ball, shot it. Hey, if he made it, he made it. If he didn't, he didn't.
But so many sophomores, how were you guys able to raise the level of play to Morris and then beyond the Tigers?
Well, 9 months ago, we wanted this game. So we worked our butts off in the summer, and now we've got it right now.
When did you guys start believing that you could actually knock off the #1 rated team in Minnesota?
9 months ago. 9 months ago.
What does Blaine Joerger mean to this team? You've got talented sophomores around him, but is he the leader and kind of the heart and soul of the Cardinals basketball team?
Definitely Blaine's a leader. He's a leader. He's the go-to guy when we need him, you know. He's the senior that can do the stuff that we need him to do.
Chris, good luck down at the big show.
Hey, thanks.
Lynn Peterson, what about the big show? How do you feel about this 16-team format?
Well, I'm in favor of it. Like I said, I think it was the other night before the show. Hey, we go down there. If we're fortunate enough to play Minneapolis North the finals, I think it's going to trade a lot of people from becoming spectators at the state tournament to fans at the state tournament, because we're going to have a lot of people pulling for Staples-Motley or any Class A school should that happen in the finals. I think if you get beat in the finals, you say, okay, you're taking away at state championship. We're in that game. We've already proven we're the Class A state champions if that should ever happen. The only thing we don't have is a trophy. I think it's great. I tell you, I don't know any coach in Class A that's got a program, got some good kids, you got to feel you go out and beat anybody.
Lynn Peterson, we're rooting for you. Good luck to you. Congratulations on a great show. A 4-point winner over Minnewaska and a 10-point winner tonight in the championship game over the Morris Tigers. It will be the Staples-Motley Cardinals on the way to the state tournament next week, and we are looking forward to it. 56-46 our final score here tonight. And Denny Anderson, if we can just say a tremendous run for the Morris Tigers this year. Certainly a tough position for them to be in. The Tigers came in here a marked team, but once again, these kids, these coaches, this tournament, they've given us another classic.
Haven't they? Just fantastic. An effort out of both teams, just tremendous. Morris might have been trying a little too hard. That happens, let's face it. We see it in the pros, we see it in high school. What a tournament. Ed and Channel 6, I'll tell you what, everybody out there is saying, Ed, you are the best.
Hey,
Jim Heilman, awesome. Dana, you guys done a super job.
Denny, you're retiring after 31 years of coaching basketball at every level. 420 wins, one of the all-time greats in Minnesota, but don't you dare think about giving up this fun at the side court, fella. You're coming back next year, and so are we.
The fishing trips are too good.
It's on, baby. It's on. It's on. Many thanks to Jason Vanderloo here at courtside helping me out tonight. Jim Heilman does it all. Dana Mock, Denny Anderson, our entire technical crew, our engineers, a super job. This is Ed Schultz saying so long from the Cobber Fieldhouse. Certainly, best of luck to the Staples-Motley Cardinals next week in the state tournament. And special thanks to those who have made it possible for us to bring it to you in prime time, Minnesota basketball, right here on WDAY Channel 6. It's a thrill a minute. It's Minnesota basketball. It's on DAY, the leader and the innovator in the Red River Valley in television sports. So long from the Cobber Fieldhouse.